Tell me.
Yeah, so after we did the whole process of setting up the Windows server, yeah,
Okay.
and we started the instance, and towards the end, the last step was that you showed was remote desktop
Yes.
settings.
Yes. Yes.
I was like I shared my screen yesterday, and I was having difficulty setting up the remote desktop, but my
Okay.
instance was still running. So my question is, what's the and this question might sound stupid. I'm really not from IT. I'm trying to
Okay.
get my career started in IT. But what was the purpose for um,
For
doing the
launching,
remote desktop? If the instance,
yes, actually the companies are using the Linux operating system, but for practicing purpose,
uh-huh.
how to done the Windows server also, how to launch the Windows server, how to launch the Linux server. That's we have to practice. Most of the companies are following the Linux operating system. Majority of the companies,
No,
I think.
no, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, since yesterday I was having difficulty connecting to the remote desktop,
Okay.
but
Already I
without the
shared.
remote desktop.
Already I shared on YouTube also the short video. We had to watch that video. That is a maximum
No,
8 minute video is there. If you
yeah,
want,
no, I understand that.
okay.
Sorry to interrupt. No, my question to you is, since I was not able to connect to the remote desktop, but on AWS console, my instance was still running. So what is the purpose of doing the
You can
extra
stop. You can
remote
stop
desktop?
the instance. You can terminate or stop the instant in the AWS account.
And it'll still,
Yes, yes. You are not terminating the instant or you are not stopping the instant. That's why it is running in the AWS account. If it is running per month, 750 hours is exceeding, even though in the free tier account, you are getting a bill from the AWS. If you are choosing
yeah,
the dot micro.
no. I got that. Maybe I don't know how to explain my question. I'm saying, what's the purpose of doing the remote desktop?
That is one of the terminal we are using to connect from your device to the AWS device, from your device to the AWS provider. That is one terminal you are using. Similarly, if you are launch and connect the Linux server, you are using the terminal is Putty. And some of them are using the Git Bash are also using. That is for
But with
connectivity terminal you are using.
Okay,
For
but
Windows, you are using remote desktop protocol, remote desktop connection you are using.
But even without the remote desktop, that's what I'm saying. Even without the remote desktop, the instance was still running. I could stop it. I could terminate
Yes,
it. I
you are
could do
not, you
everything.
are not connecting that instance. The instant is running on the AWS. The instant will be
Okay.
running, no doubt about it. The instance
Mm-hmm.
is running. You are not connecting. If you are connecting to the your desktop, your system is
Mm-hmm.
low configuration, but you are
Yeah.
launching in the high-end configurations. So that we are
Oh.
using that terminal you are using for connectivity purpose you are using.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much. Please
Okay,
continue.
okay,
Welcome.
okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah. Good evening to one and all. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about how to launch and connect Linux server, right? So in the last session, we discussed about how to launch and connect the Windows server we are discussed. In this session, we discussed about how to launch and connect the Linux server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? I had to open my AWS account. You had to sign in AWS Management Console. Sign in the console. You had to enter your email ID and the password. Whatever your recently visited services, those services are appeared here. Those many AWS services are providing the provider. Here, first we had to select the reason. On which reason you are launching your instance. It may be Linux instance, it may be Red Hat Linux, or it may be Ubuntu or Windows operating system or the Mac operating system. We had to choose your reason. Nearby reason we are chosen. So I'm in Hyderabad. So I am choosing the Mumbai region. So in this Mumbai region, on that data center, I am launching the instant. How to launch the instant? On which service you are using? That is under the services. Directly we can select here also the EC2. No problem at all. Under the services, we can select the compute. Here we have to select EC2. Now we'll check it. Whatever I done it on the last session, I deleted everything. Now to launch the instant, at the left side, we have to choose the instances option. There is no instances are there. To launch the instant, click on this launch instances option. Now you have to follow the steps to launch the instance. You have to give the instance name Linux server. I am given. Scroll down. Next step, we have to choose the Amazon mission image. What the operating system you are chosen. You may choose the Windows operating system. You may choose Mac operating system, or you may choose Linux operating system. That is at this step, we can select the operating system images. I am choosing Amazon Linux image. Scroll down. Here, we can click on that. Some of them are free tier eligible. Some of them are the paid version are there. Now I am selecting free tier eligible one, Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. This is AMI ID it is mentioned. I am selecting this one. Scroll down, 64-bit. This is the AMI ID. Scroll down. Next step, we have to select the instant type. The instant type means how many CPUs you need it. What is the memory you need it? As per your business requirement, you have to choose the instant type. If you are if you are connecting any server, the three things are required. One is the hardware, that is how much CPU you need it, memory is required, and also storage is required. The three things are required. If you are selecting the instant type, that is how many CPUs you need it, how much memory you need it. As per your business requirement, we can choose the instant type. The AWS in the Mumbai region, the 399 instance types are there. There are different families are there. T2 family is there. Under T2 family, many of them are there. T2 dot extra large are there. It is providing 8 CPUs, 32 GB memory is providing. T2 dot 2 extra large, 8 CPUs, 32 GB memory. If you choose an T2 dot large, 2 CPUs, 8 GB memory is providing. Similarly, T3 family. Under T3 family, many of them are there. A1 family, C4. Like that, in the Mumbai region, 399 instances are there. Similarly, if you are chosen the remaining region, on that data center also, the instance types are providing. You have to select as per your business requirement, you have to select the instant type. So you are the student for practicing purpose, you have to choose the free tier eligible one, T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory is providing. Select the instant type. Okay. Scroll down. If already the key pairs you are created, we can select the existing key pair also. That's nothing problem at all. Otherwise, we have to create a new key pair. Click on that. I am given the key pair name is Linux server key. I am given. Here, private key file format, we have to choose .pem file format. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. See that? In my downloads option. Already one key pair is there. In the evening, I done. This is, I deleted earlier one. This is Linux server key I am taken. Scroll down. Next step, at the network settings, we have to select the edit option. Whatever the default virtual private cloud is there, the default virtual private cloud, we can select it as is, we can select it. In the upcoming session, we have to create your own virtual private cloud. Under your virtual private cloud, you have to launch your instances and you have to connect it. Right now, I am not given any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP is enabled. Automatically, the public IP will be enabled. Scroll down. For easy identification purpose, the security group name I am given. Linux server security group. I copy and paste it in the description. Scroll down. If you are launching the instant Linux server, the type is SSH. In the last session, we observed that we are launching the Windows server. What is the type? Default it is showing or DP type. The port number is 3389 is showing. Now you are launching the Linux server. You are chosen the operating system image is Amazon Linux you are chosen. So the type is SSH. Port range is 22. Source type I am selecting anywhere. Scroll down. Default, if you are launching and connecting the Linux server, 8 GB is providing. In the last session, we are launching the Windows server. What is the default storage? Send me in the chat window. The last session, we are launch and connect the Windows server. What is the default storage for Windows server? Send me in the chat window. That is, for Windows server, the default storage is 8 GB is providing. For Linux server, the default storage is, Windows server 30 GB is providing. For Linux server, 8 GB is providing. Scroll down. Right now, I am not given any advanced details, right? See that at the right side, the summary is showing what the operating system image you are chosen, how many instances you are launching. You are launching 1 instance, 2 instances, or 3 instances. At a time is also it is possible. I'll show you in upcoming session also. Present I am launching 1 instance. The operating system image is Amazon Linux 2023. This is the Amazon ID I am chosen. Instant type T2.micro and 8 GB default storage is providing. Scroll down. We can click on launch instance. Instance is launched in the Mumbai region. Click on the instances option. See what is the instant state? It is pending. Instant state is pending. Wait for few minutes. It is running in the Mumbai region on that data center. It is taking 1 or 2 minutes time. Once the instant state is running, then we are doing how to launch and connect the Linux server. For that, I prepared the PPTs also. You'll see that. This is everything I had to mention, pin to pin. We'll see that. First, we had to select the service. Click on, first we can select the region. You may choose any region. You are launching the instant. We can select the services EC2. Click on launch instances. We can enter the name. You may enter, you have to give the name is any name. You have to give your name also. You have to enter the instant name. Here I am enter the instant name is Linux server. We can choose the operating system image. You are launching the Amazon Linux. That's why here I am chosen Amazon mission image, Amazon Linux I am chosen. We can choose the instant type T2.micro. Why I am choosing the instant type T2.micro is it is providing free tier eligible one. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory is providing. After that, we can already existing key pairs are there. We can select the existing key pair. Otherwise, we can create your new key pair also. For creating the new key pair, we can enter the name of the key pair. Right? We can select the key pair type is RSA. We have to save that private key file format .pem file format. We can click on create key pair. Here for Windows Server in the last session, what is the port you are using? RDP. But for Linux, which port you are using? SSH. What is the default configuration for Windows Server? 30 GB. What is the default storage for the Linux server? 8 GB is providing. And then click on launch instances. Those steps I have clearly mentioned. Meanwhile, I'm sending this one PuTTY software link to your short window. We can download this software. I copy it and send it in the chat window. This is the link. Okay. This we have to download it in your laptop. Click on this one. Okay, wait. I had to open this my PDF. Okay. Here we had to select, you are using the Windows operating system. We can choose this one. Click on that. It is downloading the PuTTY software. That is one terminal you are using to connect your Linux server in the Windows operating system. You are connecting. Now, we'll see that what is the instance status in the AWS running. Now, if you click on this instance, at the bottom, it is showing the details, instance ID, public IPv4, private IPv4, the instance state, public IPv4 DNS, all the details which are showing, security details, networking, storage, status check, monitoring, tax options are there. Okay, fine. I am launching the Linux server in the Mumbai region. I want to connect that instance in my laptop or in my desktop. For that, you are using one terminal is required. One terminal is required. In the last session, to launch and connect the Windows server, you are using the terminal is remote desktop protocol we are using. To launch and connect the Linux server, we are using the terminal is PuTTY or Git bash. Any terminal we can use. Any one terminal is required. I am using the PuTTY terminal. Already in my laptop, the PuTTY software is installed. It's a very simple. We can click on this on the downloads. It is downloaded. Double click on that. Click on next option. Just it's a very simple steps. Next, we can click on that. There's nothing problem at all. Already in my laptop that is there. That's why I am not installed. Okay. It's wait for a few minutes. Then it is running. Okay. You can do that one. Right. That's very simple software. We can install the PuTTY software. Okay, fine. Now the instance is running. I downloaded the key pair is Linux server key .pem file format I am downloading. Now to connect this Linux server, AWS, it is using the key pair format is .ppk format. PuTTY private key format only it is accepting. PuTTY private key format only. But you are downloading the key pair in which format? You are downloading the key pair in which format? .pem file format. But it is accepting the key pair format is .ppk. So you need to convert PEM file format to PPK format. .ppk format. So already I installed PuTTY software. PuTTYGen is automatically installed in my laptop. You can type it at the search box, PuTTYGen. Click on that. Here, we had to convert .pem file format to .ppk format. You can click on PuTTYGen. You have to open. Here we have to choose load option, not generate option. Click on load option. Wherever PEM file format is there, we can select that one. All files. This is my PEM file Linux server key. Click on open. Click on OK. Save private key. Click on yes. I am given the name is Linux server key. Before that, you'll see that in the downloads, any PPK format file is there? No. Now, I have to save this one with the name Linux server key. Click on save option. We can close this one. Now, in the downloads, we have to see that this is .ppk file format, putty private key file format. I am given the name is Linux server key I am given. Okay, fine. I am converting .pem file format to .ppk format. Now I am connecting the Linux server using the terminal putty. You had to type it on the search box, putty. I had to open that. Here, you have to copy and paste it, your instant public IPv4. This is your instant public IPv4. Copy it. You have to paste it here. Host name or IP address. Port range is 22. Port number for Linux server is 22. See here. Okay. Here, at the left side, SSH option is there. Click on that. Here we can select authenticate. Here, credentials. Here we have to browse the private key file for authentication purpose. Browse it. In the downloads, PPK file format is there. We can select that. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Then we have to give the login as EC2-user. Enter it. Now it is connecting the Linux server. Now, just wait. I'll change the appearance. Okay, now fine. Now, if you want to doubt, I'm connecting the Linux server from the AWS or not. You'll see that I have to copy this one, paste it here. Now, go for your AWS account, copy and paste the private IP address. Now, you'll check it. 172.31.34.40. These two are same or not? Means I am connecting the Linux server in the Mumbai region. Right? See that. HTTPS aws.amazon.com Amazon Linux 2023. I am connecting the Linux server. Now we can do your work. If you want to know the list of files and directories, we can use the command ls command. We have to use it. Till now, there is no files and directories are there. That's why it is not showing anything. Right? Now, you know well how to create files by using, to create the empty files, we can use the touch command. To create the files, you have to use the cat command, or you may create the file using VI editor or VIM editor, gedit, any editor we have to use it for creating the file. Now, just for showing purpose, I am creating the empty files I am creating. That is how to create the empty files. By using the touch command, we have to create the empty files. At a time, we have to create the multiple files also. Touch file 1 I am creating. Now, we have to give the ls command to know the list of files and directories. Enter it. F1 is there. That is the empty file. If you want to create multiple files also, we can create by using touch command. touch file 1. Already file 1 is there. File 2, file 3, file 4, file 5. 4 files I am creating. Click on enter. Now we have to type the ls command. These 4 files are created at a time. If you want to create using the cat command also, the file we can create it. Cat space, the file name F6 I am given. I had to given the text is, this is the text I am given. Right. To save and exit, Control D. Now, if you want to see on that file what the information is there, we can give the command cat space the file name. See that the information is available. Or you may create the file using any editor, gedit, VI editor, VIM editor. Just for practicing purpose, how to create the file by using touch command and by using cat command I am explaining. You can practice it. We can create the directories also. Before creating the directories, how we have to remove the files? By using rm command. Remove the file name F1 I am given. Now you'll see that F1 file is not there. Right? That is the command we are using rm, the file name we have to use it. Now, if you want to check the current path, we can use the command, this one, pwd, present working directory. That is, this is the present working directory. Now, for creating the directory, which command we have to use? mkdir, before that, I'm using the ls command. Is there any directories are there? No. Now I am creating the directory by using the command mkdir. The directory name I am given as my name I am given. Click on enter. Now you'll see, you give the command ls, directory is created. Directory is represented as the blue color. Files are represented as the white color, which is represented. Now, to change the directory, we have to use the command cd. Right now, you'll see that here IP address at the end tilde mark is there, dollar symbol is there. Now, I have to change the directory by using cd directory name. Click on enter. Now you'll see that here it is changing the directory. So to change the directory, we have to use the command is cd directory name we have to use. Now we have to check the current path. See that this is the current path. Okay. In this directory also we can create the file using the cat command or VI editor or the touch command for creating the empty files. Okay. Just now I am creating the empty file. Touch file 1, file 2 I am creating. To remove the directory, we can use the command. We have to use the command. Which command we are using for removing the directory? Send me in the chart window. Send me in the chart window. Chart is enabled. Send me in the chart window. rmdir, directory name. To remove the directory. The directory name, before we are using, I am given the directory name. No such file or directory. You have to go back to the directory. For that, cd space dot command we are using. That is, go to the previous directory. cd space dot. Click on enter. Now we are go back to the previous. Now we have to remove the directory. How we can remove? rmdir directory name. Directory name. Click on enter. Why it is not removed? rmdir failed to remove this directory because directory is not empty. Directory is not empty. On that directory, files are there. If you want to doubt, you have to check it. You have to enter that directory, cd directory name. You have to give that ls command. 2 files are there. That's why that directory is not deleted. Now, to remove directory with file name, what is the command we are using? Delete a directory with files. That is rm space -r directory name you have to give. Click on enter. Now we have to type the ls command. That directory is deleted. That directory is deleted. Right? Now to clear the screen, we have to use the command clear. Those are the steps we have to follow. We have to practice it. Okay. Some of them are responded for removing the directory. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Those are the steps we have to follow. Launch and connect the Linux server. Right? If you want to stop this instant, we can select the instant type, go for the instant state, stop instant is there. Before that, what is the status check? See that 2 by 2. I'll tell you the reason in upcoming classes why it is showing the 2 by 2. We can select the instant, go for the instant state, stop instant. Click on that. The instant is stopped. Already I told that in the last session, what is the difference between stop the instant and terminate the instant? Stopping the instant is nothing but like shutdowning your system. The next day we have to open your AWS account, then we can start your instant. Select this one, go for the instant state, start instant. If you are continuously doing the operation like that, failed message is showing. But wait for few minutes and then we can start. Okay, like that we have to follow the steps to launch and connect the Linux server. Already I prepare the PPTs. How we are launch and connect the Linux server. Okay, fine. Sir, how I am given the username for this Linux server, EC2-user I am given. I'll tell you why, because that instant is stopped. Then connect that instant state, start the instant. Now see that successfully started. Wait for a few minutes for running that. Right. Now the instant state is running. See that? We can select the instant. We had to copy the public IPv4. Now, see that. In earlier, this is the public IPv4 for this instant. Now I'll stop and start the instant. The public IPv4 is changed. Now, if we use this terminal, this is not connected. Why? Because the public IPv4 is changed. There are 2 types of IP addresses are there. One is static IP address. Second one is dynamic IP address. If you are using if you want to use the static IP address, we have to use in the AWS elastic IP concept is there. I'll tell you in upcoming classes. If we are using the elastic IP address means you are holding that IP address. You are holding that IP address in the AWS means you are getting a bill from the AWS. Every time if you are stopping the instant, if you are starting the instant, is nothing but the IP address is changing. That is dynamic IP address is providing. If you want to, the static IP address, you are getting a bill from the AWS. So you are the student. I think there is no need for the static IP address. In upcoming session, I will tell you for the VPC reachability analyzer concept, I have to use the elastic IP address. Here on that concept, I will tell you how we are using the elastic IP address. Okay, fine. Now, to terminate this instant, before terminating, similarly, we can launch and connect the Ubuntu operating system also, right? Anyone wants to interest, I can share that my screen also, how to launch and connect the Ubuntu operating system. Raise your hand, I'll unmute, or otherwise I have to explain with my own way. We'll see the recording and we have to practice. Okay. Now, how to launch and connect the Ubuntu operating system, Ubuntu 7. Here, EC2 service, we have to choose it in the Mumbai region. I am selecting the region is Mumbai region. Select the EC2 service. To launch the instance, we have to select the instances. Here, we have to choose launch instances option. Here, I am choosing Linux server Ubuntu. I am given the name. Scroll down. Now, we have to choose the operating system image. Amazon mission image. I am choosing Ubuntu. Scroll down. Here also we can select the free tier eligible one. Some of them are paid, some of them are free services. You are the student, for practicing purpose, you have to choose the free tier eligible one. Scroll down. Instant type T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory is providing. Scroll down. If you want to use already existing key pair, we can select the existing key pair. This one also, that's nothing problem at all. Now, I am creating the new key pair with the name, the Linux server, Ubuntu key. This is sample. Now, in earlier key pair type RSC, we had to choose it. Private key pair format, some format in the just now we are taken. Now I can directly take .ppk format. Click on create key pair. PPK file is downloaded in my downloads. See that Linux server Ubuntu key. .ppk format is directly downloaded. Scroll down. In network settings, edit option, we have to choose it. We can select the default VPC. You don't give the subnet preference right now. Auto assign public IP, enable. I am given the security group for easy identification purpose. Linux server, Ubuntu, security group. Copy and paste it in the description. Scroll down. Type is SSH. Port range is 22. Source type is anywhere. I'm not adding any security group rule right now. Default storage is providing 8 GB is providing. Scroll down. I am not given any advanced details right now. Just click on the launch instance. Instance is launched. See that the Linux server Ubuntu, what is the instant state? Pending. Wait for few minutes. If you want to change this instant name, after also we can change the instant name like that. Ubuntu server. Save option. See that? Instant name is changed. Now the instant status is running. Click on that. This is the instant name. For this instant, I had to copy public IPv4. I had to copy private IPv4, enter. Now, I want to connect this Ubuntu server in your laptop or in your desktop. For that, you have to use one terminal, either Putty or Git Bash. I am using Putty software. Already .ppk format I am downloaded, so no need to convert PEM file format to PPK format. Why? Because directly I am downloading .ppk file format. Now, in your system, we have to type it Putty. Here we have to enter the host name or the IP address, public IPv4 for your instance. Copy and paste it. At the left side, under SSH, authenticate, we have to select it. Here, in authenticate, we can select the credentials. Browse the key. Here for Ubuntu server, this is the PPK file format. Linux server Ubuntu key. Select, click on open, click on open, click on accept. Now, here we have to give login as what we are given the username. Select the instance, go to connect option. See that what is the username? Ubuntu. Here we have to give login as Ubuntu. Click on enter. Now it is connecting. If you want to doubt, I can change the appearance just now. Wait for a few minutes. Appearance. Now it is very clearly visible. See that. I have to copy this one. Now see that private IP address 172.31.38.140 means I am connecting the Linux server. Similarly, to launch and connect Amazon Linux, what is login name I am given? EC2-user. Why I am given that one, EC2-user? We can select the previous instance Linux server. At the top, connect option is there. Scroll down. What is the username is there? EC2. That's why I am given EC2-user. To launch and connect Amazon Linux. Username I am given EC2-user. Similarly, to launch and connect the Ubuntu server, Ubuntu is login name, username I am given. Right? Those are the steps we have to follow to launch and connect Amazon Linux, to launch and connect Ubuntu server. Similarly, we have to practice to launch and connect Red Hat Linux using EC2 service. Right? Any queries? I'll share this PPT. I can upload on the app also. I can upload on the app. This is the app. Download this app. If you want to complete all recording videos, PPTs, AWS document, and AWS dumps, you need to pay this amount. Directly we can pay through the app only. This is the amount we have to pay it. Right? Already in the last session, I shared those link details. I'll share you. We can download the app in your mobile. This link. I'll shade it in the chart. This is the app. We can download in your mobiles. It may be Android OS or the iOS. We can use this link. My app is downloaded. Then you have to enter the ORG code, IEOTF, enter your mobile number. For your mobile number, the OTP you can enter. Then the app is open. For that, we have to choose AWS batch 101, right? Any questions? If you want to terminate the instant, select the instant, go for the instant state, terminate instant, click on terminate. Similarly for this one also. Select the instant state, terminate instant, click on terminate. Anyone have any queries? Raise your hand. I'll unmute. Any queries? Practice is very essential. Without practice, you can't do. First, you have to create your AWS account. Practice every day after completion of my session. Up to 5 videos I uploaded on YouTube, and also I am given the same free permission in my app also for 5 videos, PPTs, as well as the videos. I am given the permission. After that, the lock is there. Only for paid people only, those videos and PPTs are visible. No queries? Then I'll end the session. Okay. Thank you.